and just fight the police and get them off my brother.
Right.
And as they was walking him out the door, I mustered enough courage. I'm trying to draw his entry. And I just yelled out, TJ. And no cat. The police stopped. My brother stopped. Everybody stopped and looked at me. And I said, can I have your cereal?
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say. It's like when everybody looked at me, I was kind of like, oh, snap, it's my moment. And the only thing that came to my mind was, can I have the cereal?
Man.
And he said yes. And they walked him out. And I cried, Joe. Because like I felt like I could have saved him at that moment.
At that moment, yeah.
And I asked for something. And I asked for his cereal.
Let me ask you this, like, Yo, welcome back, everybody, to Men Under Pressure, man. We're here with another video. And, man, we're here today with one of my mans from TikTok, my man, Josh, man.
How y'all doing? Peace and blessings.
Yeah, man, Josh, we're here today, man. Just tell us about your story, man.
They call me Joshua. Excuse me. They don't call me Josh. They call me Show Love the Poet. My name is Joshua. And basically, this guy found me, this brother found me on TikTok, where I was giving a testimony about one of my first times experience coming back, going to a church, coming home from prison. I did 6 years in prison. But yeah, I'm home now with a new purpose and a new mission.
Okay, so tell us about when you want to start with your childhood. Tell us about your childhood growing up to how your life led up to it. Tell us about your life.
Well, as a child, I was always told that my mother would have had an abortion if my father had the upper half of the money. So as a child, I always knew that I had to survive this world. My mother always was letting me know that the world is rough. And when you become 18, son, you're going to have to really get out there and be a man.
Yeah.
You know, and my mother used to be very graphic with me when I was a child, you know. And one thing that my mother shared with me, her and my father met in NA. They were both addicts at the time. And my mother says, apparently, when my father was in the men's section, he confessed to some gay spirit on him.
Yeah.
And he was having some homosexual problems. And she was upset because she was pregnant. And she come from the old school, and she felt like he could have told her. Started telling a group of men. And she was rough on me because she said, I'm not going to raise, I'm not going to use that F-bomb because it's not necessary, but I'm not going to raise a gay man.
Yeah.
And so my mother was rough on me at times. At times she was sweet, she was nice. But at times when it was time to be rough, she was very rough. And she used to tell me as a little boy, that's what your father is.
Yeah.
She's as a kid, man, she told me your father's hiding behind the church. He's hiding behind his wife. He's really this type of person.
Yeah.
Now, of course, my father says she's lying. Okay. And mind you, she says he was in the men's section, so she's never heard this conversation. She's never heard him say it, right?
Yeah.
She's saying someone else told her that this was happening. So we don't know if that's the truth or not. What I'm saying is, I was raised rough.
Yeah.
This is what you're telling the 8-year-old or 9-year-old. Hey, man, I don't let you see your father like that because your father's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wanted my dad around. And I think that due to the court system, I feel like I love my mother. My mother done a lot of good things. I blame my mother for my masculinity. I blame my mother for the toughness I have, right? I'm real. I got a good character. I blame my mother for it.
Yeah.
But I will say that the courts have let my mother get off a lot. And I think that due to the imbalance of it, my father, his heart has hardened over a while. I mean, you gotta think about it, man. Some man is trying to be a father to his son, be a husband to his wife, and a father to his other kids. And you know, he wakes up one day hearing that his child's mother is telling him stories of him being a homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Something that he don't know nothing about. So it's like after a while, I think his heart starts to harden. You know, because it's like a protection mechanism that we do.
Yeah, put a wall.
See, a lot of people think that they just run off on their children. I think that was a mix of things. My father felt like this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I felt like he felt like his hands was tied. He was losing in every way. He go to court, he losing. He tried to talk to him up, he loses. It's like every way, it's like he's gonna lose. And I think that due to his heart being hardened, that kind of affected his relationship with me.
Right.
As time went on.
Yeah.
So as time went on, it wasn't the same relationship no more. So my mother ended up sending me with my father to live with my father when I was 13, 12, something like that. Kept getting in trouble in school. And my father came to pick me up. I ain't had nothing but bags. Little grocery bags.
Right.
So I'm had a bunch of them.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And, he wasn't too happy about this. And I felt that problem since I've been there. The thing is, he wanted me, but he just felt like the way how I was going about it was wrong. Him and my mother signed the contract. I remember I stood right there when they did it. The agreement was that he wouldn't put her on child support and that she would allow her to claim me for 6 months. Well, stand for my father. Tax year came up and he changed his mind. The contract wasn't good. Shouldn't have did that. You cannot claim him.
Yeah.
And that started another war battle. So now they in court again. Right? They've been going to court since I was a child. I mean, small. So now I'm a teenager. They're in court again. And a lot of people don't want to admit it, but now I'm really in the middle.
So how did it make you feel being in between a war between between parents? How did it make you feel?
I didn't want to be around neither one of them.
Hmm.
I used to feel like I just want to be by myself. I want to find another family. I don't want to have to choose.
Yeah. Because
I really don't even get it.
Right.
I don't really understand everything that's going on. My father really just coming in my life.
At that age, you younger, you don't understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then to keep it real, bro. My father, like a lot of people think I dropped out of school.
Mm.
No, my father won that case battle, which was kind of crazy. He never usually wins like that. He won. She had to pay him child support. She can't claim on taxes, of course, right? So afterwards, he took me out of school.
Mm.
A lot of people think that I dropped out. And I didn't mind telling nobody I dropped out because it was embarrassing to me to tell somebody that, my father actually took me out of school and put me in boot camp. It was this thing called Challenge Academy, and they got one for every state. Yeah. Every state said something different. I believe in North Carolina, it's called Tar Heel Challenge. In Maryland, it's called Free State Challenge. Anyway, my father was taking me out of school. The principal, Miss Bosley, I'll never forget it. She was trying to question him, like, why? And then he was like, well, he's not doing too well. The behavior problems in the third. She was like, he's not one of those other kids, though. We got kids that come here with weapons. We got kids that's coming here selling narcotics. We got things going on. Like, He get in trouble in class sometimes. He's a smart kid. He's still a good kid. I don't think he needs to go into the challenge program. The challenge program is not for kids like him. People are getting court ordered to go there. I've never been in baby bookings. My homeboys haven't been in baby bookings. My homeboys been outside. I ain't never been in baby bookings. So you got people that's getting court ordered here.
Yeah.
My father's, it was his decision. And they called, Miss Bosley took me to my guidance counselor. I forgot her name. Mm-hmm. And she asked me, did I want her to call CPS?
Oh, your father?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They felt like that was wrong. Like it just didn't make sense to them. He can say troublemakers and there I was getting in trouble. I got in a few fights.
Yeah, of course.
But the administration didn't look at me as a troublemaker. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't a problem. They felt like this was wrong. And he mentioned my teacher, Miss Davis, because Miss Davis used to call him, when I would talk too much in class or I skipped, right? And they hollered at Miss Davis. She was my algebra teacher at Edgewood High School.
Right.
And Miss Davis apologized to me for ever calling my father. She never thought the result would enter this. Mm. See, the thing about it is my father lives in the suburbs. My mother, when she put me out, she sent me to the suburbs. I come from the dirty east side. We was on the dirty east side, on Eden Street, right there by Church Square.
Yeah.
When I moved with my father, we out here in Harford County. That's where all these rich people at. But you do got the apartment complex not too far away where the gentrification people go. Right. Yeah. So the Section 8 house, they were from the city, they get to go over there. So my father in this rich community. Mm. You know what I'm saying? These big, huge houses and these different type of people. So when you talking about taking me out of school and putting me in a challenge program, these people trying to figure out what is he thinking about, because they got kids that's coming from Baltimore that's being gentrified.
Yeah.
And they come from the city to the suburbs and they wilding. They coming in there doing everything.
Yeah.
So they wanted to defend me. And I told them I'm good. Miss Davis even apologized to me. Miss Bosley shed a tear. I told them I was good. I told them I was tired of not being wanted. If I didn't choose with my mother, if I didn't go with what she was saying, I was in trouble. If I ain't going with what he's saying, I'm in trouble. Nobody in the house like me. I'm a black sheep everywhere.
So you ain't feel younger, you ain't feel no type of love from neither one of them.
My love was my love was conditional.
Yeah.
My love was based off conditions. And my love was based on, I feel like outside things caused it.
Yeah.
I don't think that I was born and my father didn't just love me. I don't think I was born and my mother just had an issue. I think it's just what they had going on.
It molded into that.
And it affects me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, I went to the Free State Challenge program, but even before then, like, my father stopped letting me go to church with him.
Oh man.
Man, listen, church was everything at first.
Yeah.
I used to go to church to every Sunday school to see my man, Minister Sharon. Minister Sharon's a youth pastor, like a real godfather to me to this day.
Yeah.
And man, yo, the way how he used to teach us, man, we used to love coming to Sunday school. We used to love coming to Bible study. I used to wake up early so I can leave out for church with my father instead of my stepmother and them, so I can make it to Sunday school.
Okay, I had a connection. Yeah.
I had a connection with God, and He was just delivering me.
I'm talking about you and the minister.
Yes, man, Minister Sharon or Pastor Sharon, shall I call him? We still to this day have a great relationship. My father just stopped me from going. I got in trouble in school one time, and I heard him and my stepmother talking about, he in church worshiping and doing all this with all them other people, but he going to school getting in trouble. It was whack. It was a whack conversation, but I couldn't go to church with him no more. I had to go to church with my stepmother, and I couldn't go sit with the other kids that I used to sit with. See, we used to go to Sunday school together. We used to sit together, worship together, everything. I can't sit with him no more. I got to sit with her. And if he's so serious about worshiping, he'll worship and sit right here. He don't got to sit with them there.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of crazy. I mean, shucks, if your kid is around other kids that's influencing him to worship, then what's the problem?
Right.
He can be influenced to do everything. He's influenced to worship. I took a picture in school. They got the school pictures where you can bring your favorite item, your favorite toy.
Right.
And I bought a Bible. Took a picture. I smiled.
Yeah, that's what you used to. Yeah.
And all the kids accepted me out here in this county. I'm not in the city. I'm in the county. All these kids accepted me. Like, oh, that's a church boy. It's just Josh.
Yeah.
I got my picture. Everybody liked it. The teachers liked it. Everyone loved it. My father got it and was upset. He told me I was boasting. I was showing off. I was trying to make people like me. I was trying to make people recognize me.
Mm.
This was the responses I was getting. You had people in his church. I'll never forget a woman by the name of Miss Cassandra Ferguson. She used to tell me since I was a kid, yo, you're going to talk to a lot of people one day.
Yeah.
You're going to influence a lot of people. A lot of people want to hear what you got to say. God going to use you to talk to a lot of people. You might be a preacher or something. God going to use you. And she used to tell me that all the time. And then she started saying it to my stepmother. Then she started saying it to my father. And then it became a problem.
Mm.
You're looking for attention. You want them people in church to like you. They don't even know you.
Do you ever feel like he was getting more jealous the more people was drawn close to you because he didn't have that with you?
I think that he was allowing the devil to use him.
Mm.
I can't say why or what emotion the devil used to play on that.
Yeah.
But I feel as though it's that the devil was using him, and the devil was also using my stepmother in that aspect, because it should have never been a conversation about my church, right, about me going to church, about me worshiping. That conversation never pulled up. Course, you got kids that go to church and do a lot of other things in church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you got this kid that wants to be a youth pastor one day. Yeah. So what if he sinned? So what if he messed up? So what if he had a bad day in school? So what? Who are you? Right? Mm-hmm. And that's really how the story began. The failure came when I went to Job Corps. See, now when I'm in Job Corps, right?
Yeah.
I'm not in church all the time now.
Different story.
I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't got a lot of support, but however, I met my man Doobie. My man Doobie adopted me like his little brother. I'm loving Job Corps. The whole Job Corps love me. I'm everybody's little brother now. Right. My man Doobie used to call the front office and act like he was my father. Got the password and everything. So every weekend I was going home from Job Corps to the city. And I'm coming back. So I was doing good in Job Corps, passing tests. I was in culinary trade. Chef Gibby, so he's told Chef Richie and Cole, look, he my son, he coming with me. Chef Richie said he gotta do book work. He used to say F the book work. Yeah. And I used to have fun. I used to love Job Corps. Almost 6 months later, my father came up there one day with a package for me, a bunch of goodies. It's just so happened on this weekend I was there. Mm. I forgot why I was there this weekend, but I was just there this weekend. I didn't go home. Right. And I told him, I said, hey man, we had a conversation. I could lead the Free State program thing. You was gonna let me do me. I'm saying I'll be a man. I'm where I'm at now.
How old were you at age?
I was 17 years old.
Okay.
So I mean, you already done took me out of school. The opportunity I had to go to prom, you told me no. You kept me from going to prom. I had the opportunity to go. I was a freshman and a junior. Bad. She wanted to take me to prom because I was a Christian.
So at that point, you still was.
Yeah, when I was a freshman,
Church.
that was one of the things that turned me, stopped me from going to church. And I ain't gonna lie, when he said I couldn't go to that prom, I'll never forget it. My stepbrother had a conversation with me. He said, "Hey, if you want what you want, you gotta stop trying to be good. You came up here from Baltimore. Now you want to be good. You think you done found Jesus and everything. And you're just going to keep suffering. Because no one's going to be nice to you. No one's nice to you because you're good. It doesn't happen that way. You got to go crazy. And you'll be able to go to prom. They don't. My stepbrother said they never tell me no. Because if they tell me no, I'm going to take what I want.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I'm over here trying. And y'all find a reason and tell me no.
Yeah.
I even told her no. She wants me to go because she's a Christian and I'm a Christian. And, you too young for that. You don't need to go. Let her find a junior. She didn't want to find a junior. She found a young man of God.
So it sounds like the hurt and pain.
Yeah,
pushed
man.
you to a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, and I'm in job court. I'm doing my thing, and then he came up there. I told him, "Don't come up here without calling me." He said, "Excuse me." I told him I'll go home. Yeah. I told him. I said, "Hey, it's my life." I said, "You got to call me because if you come up here and I'm not up here, you will get me in trouble." Well, you might want to be up here. I said, "Sir, hold up, man. I don't need your goodies." I was upset.
Yeah, challenge, yeah.
So time go by, a couple go by, maybe a month go by. I'm in the city. I'm enjoying myself. It's my weekend. The man come up there. They tell him I'm not there. He gets upset and goes off. And he threatens the people and says that he can sue them. Wow. So now I become what you call a liability.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget it, brother. Monday meeting happens. Mr. T-Pain shout me out. He said to the young man who can manipulate the system for 6 months. And they all gave me a reward. They clapped for me. We had a good time. Yeah. But they was explaining to me the administration. We got together, and Miss Chin. And no one liked Miss Chin. She was supposed to be a mean lady. No one liked it, whatever. But I was like Miss Chin nephew. She would treat me like nephew. And she said, "Nephew, I need you to be serious with me right now. Stop playing." Right. I said, "What's up? What's up?" I'm joking. I'm having fun. She said, "Nephew, do you know what the word liability means?" I said, "No." So you became a liability. I got a call from the upper. So this ain't got nothing to do with this. This from her supervisor, upper saying.
And this your comfort zone.
That you got to go. Yeah. So whatever you do, don't do it. Because any little thing, you got to go. Your father made you a liability. I'm sorry, son. Yeah. And everybody agreed. They said, listen, I don't know what parent think they can leave their child in job court for 6 months without going home. Had we known that you was here and that he wasn't going to let you come home for 6 months, we'd have been called him to see what's going on. Yeah. This is not a baby. This is not a daycare. Yeah. Right? The only people that stay up here for every weekend is people that don't live in this state. So we never knew that you wasn't able to, you've been going home. Your father made you a liability. Right after the meeting. When I say right after the meeting, Brian ain't gonna lie. About 3 hours later, security guard said something to me. And I said, "F you, you racist B." Gotta go. Gone. Yeah. And I'll never forget the meeting that we had. And I got, man, Mr. Franklin. He was my guidance counselor. He hugged me, cried. He told me your life gonna be hard now. Everybody was mad at my father, low key, because it started with him. And I was mad. Yeah. It took a long time for me to forgive him for that. Because I never understood why. Now when I ask you, can you put me in college? You tell me no. You can't put me in college. All his other children went to college. My stepbrother went to college. I went to prison. Yo, I say, look, I got a thing called FAFSA. All you need to do is fill out the tax information for 2010. Right. Yeah. Can I tell you what's funny about that? That's the same year that he didn't want my mother to file. Oh, man. So she can't fill this information out for me like she attempted to. Right. She attempted to. She went to school with me and everything. My mother did. She can't do it because she didn't file in 2010. He did, which he took her to court for. So you have to do this because I cannot do this by myself until I'm 25. He said no. He swore up and down they were going to charge him some money. It was going to hurt him and I might not finish. He has suggested me to go to the Army. See, so my whole life people been trying to throw me away. Yeah. My whole life people been trying to get rid of me. My whole life people have been tired of me. Get what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. But yo, Whose fault is it? When I was a kid, yo, they was telling me my father was gay.
Yeah.
And you can't be like your father. You gotta be a tough man. You gotta
try to be tough on you.
Yeah. So yo, so what is my image of a role model? What is my image of a man? You know what I'm saying? As a little kid, I used to see my oldest brother getting searched by the police, locked up by the police, traumatizing moments.
Yep.
I remember my mother, I don't know what they was arguing about. She had the police come get my oldest brother, yo. And he was just feeding me cereal. We was eating cereal together out of the same bowl. I was a little boy. My oldest brother's the first father I ever known.
Yeah. Sure.
My oldest brother's the first father I ever known. Before I met my father, he was my father.
Man.
And he was feeding me cereal. My mother got to arguing. And I remember the police came and got him. And I mean, they was locking him up. And I wanted to yell out. Yo, that's what y'all doing?
Right, yeah.
Get off my brother. Bro, I want to find, I was like 4. I wanted to find everything in me and just fight the police and get him off my brother.
Right.
And as they was walking him out the door, I mustered enough courage. I'm trying to draw his entry. And I just yelled out, TJ. And no cat. The police stopped. My brother stopped. Everybody stopped and looked at me. And I said, can I have your cereal?
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say. It's like when everybody looked at me, I was kind of like, oh, snap, it's my moment. And the only thing that came to my mind was, can I have the cereal?
Man.
And he said yes. And they walked him out. And I cried, Joe. Because like I felt like I could have saved him at that moment.
At that moment, yeah.
And I asked for something. And I asked for his cereal.
Let me ask you this. Like, your beginning life, what you talking about now, how would you have wanted it written? If you could go back, how would you have wanted your life written up until the point you're talking about? Because it seemed like you said you got pushed away, you didn't get loved, they were playing tug of war with you. So why would you want that written?
The same way I was written.
You wouldn't change it?
Oh, it's perfect. It hurt, but it's perfect. To whom much is given, so much is required.
Yeah. Right?
And I was given greatness. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we want to be great. We say we great. Picking up your cross is physical.
Right.
And we gotta be built to last. Everybody's not really meant to be called. Everybody's not really meant to be a leader. Yeah. But your leaders come with war marks, bro. We hurting.
Exactly.
You know? And that's how I can relate to other people's hurt. And that's how I can help. I mean, bro, when I sat in prison, I told my stepmother how I felt about her. Mm-hmm. Told my stepmother I really, truly loved her. Told my stepmother I wish we didn't have a bad relationship because we had a great relationship. I was a little boy. Right? When I was a little tiny boy, she used to cut my hair. Loved me. Yeah. I used to call her mommy. And you know what she said back? She said that she wanted to protect herself. During that time, my mother, my father, all this beef and all this stuff they doing, and you're your mother's son. You always choose your mother. What you're supposed to do. Yeah. So you know, however I treated you, it was just my defense mechanism. And she said she was sorry. And no cap, nigga. Yeah, I was on the phone in prison, and I let tears flow down my eyes, and I ain't feel no shame about it either.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And let me tell you something, yo. Because I've always loved my stepmother. I never had an issue with her. The adults' beef was their beef. I feel as though as a man, my father should have handled that better. However, that was his first experience in the situation too. It's easy for me to say he should have done this or he should have done that.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to say these things. I can say he should never came to Job Corps. It's easy for me to say that. However, this is his first time dealing with all of this. So every decision he's making is his first time making a decision, and he thinks it's the right decision. You know what? It seems like Josh was having a hard time in school. There's a lot going on with his mother. There's a lot going on with my wife. I got my kids. There's a lot going on. Yo, go to Free State. Yeah. It was like, nah, man, listen, son, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best thing. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's a good idea. Your life will be good. You can go to the military. You can be great. So in his mind, my son's a knucklehead. And he can't get right. He cannot live like them. He got a little bit of me in him. He got his uncles in him. He's a knucklehead. Yeah. And I'm trying to tell him, nah, y'all, I'm good. So again, a lot of things I can say my father did wrong. I can also honestly say as a man, he tried. It was just his first experience. I think he could have handled his wife a little differently. Yeah. He could have handled my mother differently. It's kind of different. It's difficult. That's a different woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot that he could have done differently. And it's easy for me to say it because I watch his mistakes. So now I can say, yo, I would have did this. I could have done that. It's easy to say that. It's like people watching the boxing match. Oh, yeah, he should have did this. But bro, no one's thinking about that when they're fighting unless you're a trained professional fighter. I've trained Ishinru, boxing, but sometimes when I get in a fight, I don't forget. I forget all that. I'm just swinging.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to knock your head off. So my father was in a position and he tried his best. Do I blame him? Not no more. Do I dislike him? He is who he is. I am who I am. I love him. You know what I'm saying? But if I expect things from him, I would get my feelings hurt. My grandmother died when I came home from prison. I asked him, could I come to his spot for a couple weeks? Just go to the funeral and everything and grieve my grandmother. I really want to be around family.
Right, of course.
He offered me a motel room. And it's like, why would you? And I was mad with him for a long time. But something came to me and said, why would you even ask him? Why would you put him in that position? He's not good with those things.
Yeah. You
know that. Now, I've seen him be a good father to his other children.
Yeah.
Great father.
Right.
I've seen him be a good husband to his wife. That's why I don't take certain things, right? Because I know how to be a good husband. I can say that.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to me, it's like, yo, this dude drops the ball.
Way different.
So why would you? Now, when I was in prison, we had a great relationship. I thought we was rekindling our relationship. I ain't gonna lie, low key. I thought I was gonna come home. Yo, was gonna bring me back to the house. I thought we were gonna bring him back home. Yo, listen, crazy. My father's he's a deacon at one of the biggest churches in Baltimore City. My father is a leader of the union down at the port. So he can get me a job.
Yeah.
I even talked to him, but I want to say, I'm gonna get you a job, you going, son. I'm thinking he's gonna bring me home. I ain't gonna lie, I swear I thought he's gonna bring me home. He's gonna send me down there to the port. I'm working alongside him. My son getting his life together, he working, making good money. I thought he was gonna help me every long way, help me get a car, not with his money.
Right.
But go ahead and work, son. Don't worry about bills. Stack your money up. I thought he was gonna watch me grow, watch me take this second chance at life. When I came home, he called him to us home. He said, so what you gonna do? What am I gonna do? What you gonna do? Your son is home.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Failed you again.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna pull up? Yo, the probation officer said I can't come back to Maryland because I don't got no address. I'm throwing a hint out there. Now you want to give me advice on how to survive in a halfway house.
Oh, man.
Bro, why you keep throwing me away? Why you keep, like we was just this close in prison. You don't want me around you, dog?
Do you feel like you're closer to him when you know you're secluded?
Yes, for some reason. And I don't like that. That's why I keep my distance. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you and my mother fought my whole life. All these custody battles. I done suffered through. And then when you finally got me, you won't even want me no more. Oh, hey, hold my mother ain't exempt. Custody battle. But boy, when I'm there, you got to go, son.
It's not fair. It ain't fair to kids at all.
It ain't fair to kids. Yeah. And that's why I say these courts, these family courts, they got to really start doing a little better. But I don't sit around blaming my father. It was his first time doing that.
Right.
I don't sit around blaming my mother. Love my mother. She educated me on a lot. Yeah. And if you want to be technical, my mother been through a lot of trauma in her life that affected a lot of things. So for the things she's been through and the things she's accomplished in raising me and her other sons, if she get my respect, my honor, my love. I love her. That's my Duchess. I call her Mother Duchess. I've been calling her since I was 5 years old.
That's all right.
You know what I mean? Like my mother was the one that told me a long time ago, ain't no white man in your way. You're the problem. You see them dudes out here on the corner, they the problem. You see them walking around here? And when she was saying this, she was giving a lecture. I was outside with her. It was on Eaton Street. She's loud.
Yeah.
So she's pointing at people talking this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You see them? Junkies. They're the problem. And they get all them benefits. And I'm finna go to work and get denied. My mother was buying food stamps from junkies. I remember that clearly.
Yeah.
So we had different cards. This one say Jackie, this one say Daryl, this one say Keith. Like, come on, yo. You feel me? So it's like, when you fast forward, I didn't have nowhere to go, and I was always looking for a home. Even though my mother gave me a lot of tough lessons, a lot of tough love, she gave me that, and I was able to survive, and I was looking for a home to go to.
Yeah.
I couldn't find too much. I became Muslim when I was 18, 19. I took my Shahada. I was chilling with the Muslim brothers, the family and whatnot. I was about to get married, and a brother rented me an apartment. I was standing there, going to marry the sister, yo. I was in love. Never touched her, never seen her uncovered. Just the character, just who she was.
Right.
didn't go out. Man, he didn't allow us to get married. And it was a lot of different mitigating factors. I don't know. Because I was young. She was young. And I can understand now, but I took that so hard. Me and him argued. I was disrespectful. I think I told him to shut up, something like that. And that was like the last straw for him. I think it was a lot of emotions in all of us.
Oh yeah.
Long story short, he evicted me. Yeah, with the craziest eviction. And I was homeless again. And I was dealing with another girl because this relationship with this marriage thing had been over for months by this time. And she said she was pregnant. He made me homeless. Her father was upset that I was dealing with her. He called the Muslim community and told on me, said a bunch of mean, bad things about me. I got fired from my job. I was working for a Muslim brother named Sharif in Baltimore. Sharif, you sell the wraps and stuff. Yeah, he'll fire me. He fired a lot of blacks. It's most Mexicans that work for him now, which I find to be crazy because in the beginning, it was the blacks that helped you get rich. We the ones that were spending our money. He was in the tent, but neither here nor there. I didn't have nowhere to go. I ain't had no job. So I had an opportunity to come to Greensboro, North Carolina and get some money. And I took it. And my man Doobie, same one from Job Corp, he stayed in my life. And one thing he tried to do was keep me from the streets because the streets was already him, but he made a choice. He done had me around his homeboys, you know what I'm saying? My man Rocco and them, Carter, you feel me? EJ and them, like Kendrick. Like I've been around all these guys, and these guys all been telling me, stay away from the street, shorty. My man Rocco was telling me, you go get that job. I went and got the Wendy's job. He didn't want to tell me go out there and get the job at Wendy's. Right? So it's like these guys is really in the streets, in the trenches, thugging, in the worstest parts of Baltimore, didn't want me in the streets. When I got put out of Job Corps, I was homeless. Man. When I got put out of Job Corps, I was sleeping on bus stops. So my man Doobie brought me around his homeboys. Rocco gave me a bunch of fresh clothes and everything, but they pointed our direction, told me go to school. I mean, go get a job. Yeah. Go do something else, shorty. Selling dope ain't for you. You ain't these guys been selling dope since he was 9 years old. You trying to hop out the porch at 18. I tried to. Everybody was laughing. Boy, look crazy outside. Yeah. Everybody laughing.
Yeah, they already used to it.
Yeah, I wasn't used to it. And but when I got put in a corner again and I got homeless again, I had the opportunity to go to North Carolina. This time I don't got nobody watching over me, which I didn't want. And I don't got nobody telling me to go over there and go in the house and go get a job. I came to North Carolina and I turned my thug all the way up. That's why I love the South. The South gave me an opportunity. And I started making lots. I made some money in North Carolina back in 16. Whatnot, I made some money. And I don't know, bro. I was happy. I had something finally. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I had a whole bunch of junkies that looked at me like I was their little brother, their son, their nephew. Yeah. And I used to treat them like family too. I had drug dealers that called me little brother. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I found my family in the streets. I had a whole bunch of people that I'm talking real junkies. Like, hey, Pop, come here. Mama, come here. Hey, Auntie, I'm dead serious. These really my family. Right. I'm talking about, it was one white girl, man. She passed away. Rachel, that's my heart. Rest in peace, sister. Man, one time she came and got me. She said somebody took her phone. Man, I went up that store like she was my real live sister. Gun out. Yo.
Ready.
Yeah, and a dead serious. And that's how I got locked up. I was taking everybody personal. And this girl, she was on the team. We was all hustling and whatnot, man. And her sister said that this guy raped her and gave her AIDS, possibly. This guy should have moved in our crib, supposed to be renting a room. And he got his homeboy in there and whatnot. And that's why she took her son out of there. And it's a lot going on. So I went and I shot for her. Everybody was telling me, nah, bro, you don't do that, man. Forget her, yo. But I'm taking everybody more personal than what they think because of my lack of family. Right. So now it's my sister. Your sister.
Close family you got.
Yeah. So I went in an apartment. I didn't know which one of these guys had the AIDS or who raped who. So I said, well, check it. Who got AIDS? And like, well, chill, nobody got AIDS. Well, nobody got AIDS. I said, one of y'all raped my homegirl, yo. One of y'all raped my sister, yo. When I give my sister AIDS, yo, who am I shooting, yo? Like, bro, we don't got nobody got. I said, so this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to shoot one and I'm going to kill the other. Who going to die? When nobody says, pow, shot one. I went to shoot right in the head in the gun giant. Yo, it's nothing to,
Yeah, check it. Yeah.
but I don't know why. It's like the fear of God ran through me. And something was like, nah, don't do this. And I'm froze for a second. I'm trying to contemplate, like, why? And something telling me, yo, no. I'm like, y'all roll out. And I'm kind of feeling like a half sucker. Like, what's this? You know, like, why you not doing it?
Yeah.
Yo, they get up out the crib, and we get in the car, and the police was right behind us. Next thing I'm in a high-speed chase. I just learned how to drive.
Man.
So the people, they be people that's been driving me telling me how junkies not been teaching me, trying to teach me. It's fun. But this is serious. I'm in a BMW. This is 2014. This is 2016, by the way. And the girl said, make it right. I made it right. Mine, I was doing 90 miles. She forgot to tell me I had to hit the brakes first.
Man.
So
You're
she didn't tell me I had to hit the brakes. I didn't know. So I hit the brakes. We was on 2 wheels at first, but we landed on 4. It was crazy. The police got out the car, and he was concerned. And right when he started walking up, I hit the gas again. But here's the crazy part. I barely missed some kids. And we ended up in somebody's lawn. That's how we landed on 4. So I'm right out their lawn. I'm trying to hit a left. I still doesn't dawn on me to hit the brakes. And this time I end up in somebody's ditch.
Man.
Okay. So I get my motion discovery. I'm proud of what I did. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad. I ain't tripping about the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you felt like your family, yeah.
Man, I got that motion discovery. And the girl said she lied.
What?
The girl said she was trying to beat the man out of his rent money. She kept it real. The boy was renting a room, yo. No one never raped her. No one got raped.
Man.
She told the police, look, yo, that young man, yo, he young. Please don't do that to him. I'll take the charges. I manipulated him. I didn't know he was gonna go that far. No one, and I'm gonna tell you what's really crazy, but you know what she said? No one would do that for me. No one cares about me like that. So she said it to me in a letter, that last part. So dude, I read his part of the motion discovery, and my heart crumbled. Yo, the dude said he was praying to Jesus that I wouldn't kill him. And he heard the gun jam. And he was just praying and praying. And I decided to finally let him get up out the house. And he was just so thankful to Jesus. And what he don't know is that he prayed for both of us. Because, yo, I don't know if I would have been able to survive prison, getting life, find out this whole thing was a lie.
Oh, God, man.
It's all God. So I went from being tossed around in this world to where I had to feel like I had to find family in the streets. And I ended up going to prison. And I found family in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me twisted. I ain't saying things don't like people ain't never look out for me. On my mother's side, my uncle let me stay in his house.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was good until my birthday came up. I decided to get dang on go visit my cousin, who I just love my cousin so much. Like I still do love my cousin. She was like one of my favorites at the time. I wanted to take her to the movies on my birthday. Peep that. And she had a boyfriend with her. And she said, look, we ain't got no money to go to the movies, man. And I can't go just with you and leave him. But at the time, I liked her boyfriend. That was my dude. So I'm like, no, we all going. And we're going to go get some bud. We're going to get messed up. Yeah. We did that. We saying this is the end. Comedy movie. We watched it. We had a good time. Her daughter getting out of school. We at the house. We chilling. I'm chilling with her daughter. But man, listen, I had a great time. Yo left. I dapped Yo out before he left. And I think I was trying to cook something. I went to go ask my cousin what was good. And she was crying. Long story short, they had some stuff going on.
Right. Yeah.
Right? A couple days later, I got my gold bezel on. I got a bezel. Right? Just when the bezel was hot.
Yeah.
My cousin Lil Keith gave it to me. He's really a friend, but he's a cousin because my oldest brother and his mother got a child together. So we call each other cousins. Yeah. Right? Weird. What? Anyway, he gave me this. Mind you, he's family. So he can confirm that he gave it to his mother can confirm. They're family. We're all family here. And my brother approached me wondering where I got the watch. So I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was checking me out. So, little bezel, you know what I mean? But then he lets me know that he thought that was my cousin's watch, that her watch ended up being missing. And that I apparently stole it.
Man.
I don't know what's going on about no stolen watch. So me and my brother end up arguing. My brother ended up beating me up. Come to find out. Oh, and that's what's like, that was the reason why I didn't go back to my uncle's house. I wanted to just do me. I just want to find my own way in life. Because I told myself, ain't no way in the world I'm going to be amongst people and they accusing me of handy and stuff. I ain't never stole nothing. Come to find out, the dude that she was dealing with took the watch.
Man.
Now, of course, our story is that he stole it. But from what I can remember, it seems more like he took it. The watch was another male's watch. So now I see why y'all was arguing in the room.
Yeah.
Wasn't his watch. So who watches this? What man was in here to take off his goddamn watch? So he took the watch. And I guess, you know how dudes is.
Right,
if he want his watch back, you got to get it from me.
Yeah.
So instead of her putting him out there, she used me. And I guess thought the family's going to give her the money to replace the watch because dude wanted his money for the watch. No, peep the swag. When they found out her boyfriend got the watch, nobody beat him up. Nobody punched on him. Nobody slammed him. Nobody did nothing to him. As a matter of fact, she ended up having 2 more kids. She ended up having 2 kids by the man. The man was still be around the family. I was in the third. Everybody was cool. She had kids by all that. And I was still there trying to figure out life.
They came for you.
She called herself apologizing to me, but she didn't tell me the truth. She didn't tell me who had it. What she said she found it. She never told me who had it. I had to find out through the grapevine. So the apology was bullcrap. Because if she would have told me, right, then I would have known that this whole thing was a lie. And the only reason why everybody found out and why she ended up saying something is because they broke up. So now when they done broke up and she see him in the club with the watch on, now she not feeling, she want to tell everybody he stole the watch. It was never Joshua. You been knew he took that watch. It was never Joshua, and you been knew that. And you left me out there. So that's why I was homeless. I only had nowhere else to go. And my man Doobie took me in. And I called his mother. I called his father pop. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to find family outside of everywhere else. Yeah. It's like anytime I go around my family, I ain't welcome. For some reason. Bro, I ain't never sexually assault nobody. I ain't never snitch on nobody. I ain't never do no cowardly stuff. I ain't beating up no women in the family, crazy stuff like that. Why you don't like me? It's because I'm anointed. Why you don't like me? It's because I'm chosen. Why you don't like me, dog? Yeah. I can get family all over the place. My oldest brother done walked past me plenty of times. My oldest brother will shake. If I see it, we'll shake hands. You wouldn't know we were brothers. That's what I told you. But I can walk down his same neighborhood and see people, and they be happy to see me and hug me. What's up, little bro? You good, little bro? You need something, little bro? Yeah. I ain't never did these people no wrong, yo. So it's like, my message with this story, my purpose of telling the story is that, yo, it's never over. Never. Yo, never let nobody else determine who and what you gonna be. This is your life. Right, this is all you. There is nobody else, just you. And family is who loves you. When I came home from prison, I met 2 white old couples. Betty and David Bland. They're in their 80s. Only would say 90s. You get what I'm saying? Right. And they treat me like their son. That's why I don't take a lot from them. I know they'll give me the world. Watch your son. I got it, mom and pop. Watch what I do. And they be rooting for me every step of the way. And if I need something, I know my pop gonna send that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a whole, that's why I said that racism stuff is dead. My grandmother ain't raised me to be racist. My grandmother ain't ever tell me it was a mighty great white man in the sky sitting on high on his throne, and he jumps down and blocks the pathway of all the black men and the black women. Yeah. And you got to get over that great mighty white man. My grandmother ain't never tell me nothing like that. My Aunt Shirley, she says, nah, ain't no Ku Klux Klan burning no crosses in my neighborhood. That was for the uppity blacks that didn't want to live in our neighborhoods. They burnt crosses in their own neighborhoods. Then that's just her experience in her area, but she did that. What I'm saying is, my family didn't race bait me when I grew up. My family let me know that all of this is me. They expected me to be great based off of my own merits. Yeah. Even though I was going through everything I was going through, even though I was getting rejected and pushed around in life, my grandmama sat back and she still expected greatness from me. Yeah. Even though I was getting pushed around and rejected, my Aunt Debbie looked at me and said, Joshua, you are a pawn. Your mother and father are using you like a pawn. They all using like a pawn. Let me tell you something, Joshua. You're going to be great as long as you stand strong through it. That's right. Even when I was getting accused of stealing a watch, my Aunt Debbie is the only one that pulled up on me and said, hey, I'm going to ask you one time only. Did you steal some watch from me? I said, no. And she said, and I believe you. Because you're a lot of things, but you're not that. So I never had to leave my uncle's house. I never had to leave that house. I just did it because my aunt that was on it. I just did it. I was emotional, young.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. That's another thing to take from this. A lot of things didn't happen because of my emotions being young. Because I didn't get the rites of passage of being a man. I didn't get that till I went to prison. And it just so happened I was around real men.
Yeah.
But a lot of us don't get to learn how to control our emotions at a young age because we don't got no strong men around us to teach us that.
Right.
And you got dudes growing up, now they in their 30s swearing they men and they never learned the importance of controlling your emotions.
No.
That's not an easy thing. So when you got to learn that at the age of 26, you still about to have a long time.
Long time, yeah.
Because you were supposed to learn this as a child.
Right.
You're supposed to learn this as a teenager. You're supposed to have a father around you checking you and checking your temperature and checking your emotions so that you can be balanced.
Right. You got to be balanced. That's the only way you can be a man.
How you going to be a leader?
Yeah.
How you going to lead the family? You emotional. You get what I'm saying? I mean, yes, emotions are important. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And this is where we come places like here to heal our emotions.
Right.
We don't get angry and start yelling and throwing and hitting and causing traumatic moments because we're emotional.
Yeah.
Yo, we got to be stronger than that.
Got to control it, yeah.
So that's what we come together. And that's what I want people to get from this, yo. No matter who you are, no matter what you come through, man, you got to be strong. You got to push through. Don't sit around blaming your parents. Because if I sit around blaming my parents, if I sit around blaming this person and blaming that person, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to be in a state of depression.
Yeah.
And depression is selfish. Well, how is depression selfish? Because you stop being you. You stop taking care of yourself properly. You start loving yourself properly. You start being irresponsible. And the people around you that love you and care about you suffer. They suffer because they got to watch you go through it.
Yep.
So out of everything I've been through, out of all the rejection, out of all of you go here, you go there, you're not welcome here. Not this time. When we have an anniversary party, then we'll welcome you here, son. But right now, you're not welcome here. We got a lot going on. My grandmother supported my father through everything. I went against my mother to support my father. When she passed, yo, the least you could do was honor me. They ain't send no flowers or nothing. It was nothing. That's why I say, bro, bro, people are in their own world. Do I think he meant that? Nah. He had love for my grandmother. It wasn't personal. But they be in their own world. He be in his own world. We all in our own world. You feel me? And being in your own world, you can be selfish because you're not looking on the outside to seeing what the people that love you really need.
Sure.
So when you're in your own world of depression, you are being selfish. You don't even see what's out there, yo. Yo, you got your kids looking at you sad. You got your significant other looking at you sad. Don't worry about me. This is my life. You can't say that. It's not just your life. They love you.
Right. That's right.
And you know what I'm saying? It's not just your life.
Self-centered.
We're all together. When you say it's my life, it's all me. And I look at people like that and I get mad. You know why? I wish I had a family like that. I wish I had a dad like that. I wish I had a mom like that, some siblings like that. I don't what? My siblings don't talk to me.
Yeah.
You would think I did something wrong. The only sibling that talk to me is my brother Robert. My brother Booby, he the only one. His nickname Booby. He the only one that talk to me. He the only one that check on me and see if I'm all right. Other than that, nobody talk to me.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be depressed about that? If I was depressed about that, I wouldn't have a TikTok. If I was depressed, I wouldn't have made a video speaking against abortion. They got people hitting me up saying, yo, I decided not to abort my child after watching your video.
Right. That's right. You got a purpose in your life. Yeah.
Bro, I don't got a lot of money. At this moment, I don't even own a car. But guess what? I saved somebody's life.
Yeah.
There's a kid still living in their mama's womb because their mama watched my video.
Right.
A lot of people accomplish a lot of things. They get money, they get fame, they get cars, they get women, all this stuff. Still depressed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they're never living out their purpose.
Right.
They're just chasing things to try to cover up their depression. But when you start living your purpose and you're not being depressed, you've really accomplished things. I saved somebody's life. You got $1 million, but I saved somebody's life. You gotta let it catch up to you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm a lifesaver. Let's go. So I can't sit in depression.
Nah,
my grandmother never told me somebody was in my way. There ain't no white man in your way. The only person in your way is you.
You're greatest enemy.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We have been miseducated. The education system taught us victimization. I did not learn victimization at home.
Yeah.
I heard this girl speaking, man, and it got me upset because she a country girl. And she's conservative, and I felt like she was trying to lean, towards the white people, like trying to get them on her side. So like, yeah, it's like these black people that's racist because they don't like the police because their grandmothers and their aunties taught them that. It's like, no, hold up, pause. Our grandmothers and aunties didn't teach us that. The school system taught us that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you were raised around white folks, so you think that all white folks are only conservatives. The first black Congo that was ever formed were black Republican men. So you don't gotta feed in. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta attack us. Because my grandmother never raised me on victimization. My mother definitely didn't raise me on victimization.
Yeah.
Shorty, you better win.
Survive.
You bet not.
You gotta survive, yeah.
Man, my mother used to visit me in prison. Drive all the way to visit me. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling me the same over and over again. If your father had the other half of the money, it'd have been abortion. And she had to keep it real with me. Because if I was gay, and I ain't want to raise no gay man. Now, again, that's why I say, I don't know what happened at the NA meeting. And like I said before, she was not in that meeting, so she technically speaking doesn't know what happened. Mm. Somebody could have just disliked them and found out, they was dealing with each other and walked up and told her that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. She was not in it. She said he was in a male's meeting, so she wasn't there.
Right.
But just based off of somebody saying that, that's how she raised me. Rough. And you can't be a victim. You better not be a victim to what I do to you, nigga. You better be strong. Because, I would have had an abortion if I'd have had the other half of the money. Yeah. You're here. And, man, I'm just thankful for that, yo. And I hope people can hear this story, and I hope people can really, grow from this, yo. Yeah. And learn, there's no need to be depressed. We all got a rough life. We all had a rough start. I sat in prison with people who made a mistake at the age of 17, 19, and then now at the age of 47, 40, 45, 43. Shelton Sapp. I sat around Shelton Sapp, Jonathan Leeper, these individuals who tried to mentor me. You know what I'm saying? Travis Walters, you know what I'm saying? People who try to pour things into my life. And they were just as rough as my mother. Because I needed my rites of passage to be a man. Ain't no sucking your teeth. Ain't no walking around here and being emotional and wimpy. You'll be a man. Do some push-ups, do some squats. Get the testosterone rolling through your body, man. Huh? Honor yourself as a man. That's right. Honor these women. Man, I don't know what people think about prison, man. I done got upset with the female officer because she told me to lock down, and we arguing back and forth. And Shelton sat and poured up on me and said, son, your voice was a little too strong talking to that sister, son. I mean, what you mean? I wasn't going to do nothing to her, nothing. He said, I know you wasn't going to do nothing to her. I'm just saying, but your voice is just too strong. And I'm still working on that to this day. Yeah. No, I didn't mean no harm like that. But he's just saying, when you deal with the women, you deal with the ladies, just try your best to soften up a little bit, man. Yeah. You're dealing with the ladies. So you got men around me that's trying to give me the game. I didn't get that until I went to prison. And that's what's not fair. It's not fair. Life is not fair. Right. But if you're watching this video, get it now. Male, you got to control your emotions. Emotions exist. They're real. You got to control them. If you don't control your emotions, you're going to be a loser. Because emotions contaminate the sight. Yeah. Period. Yeah. You're never true to you got to study politics. I don't care who you want to vote for. Know whom and why you're voting. I don't get into that stuff. That stuff don't matter. I keep my eyes on God. God put leaders in position. God was in the politics. God made David king. God put the Assyrians and the Babylonians in charge over the Israelites as a punishment. And then told them to pray for the Babylonians. Yeah. Told them to strive in the city of the Babylonians. For if they prosper, you shall also prosper. But you got people in their emotions calling other black people racial names based off of how they voted. It's all emotions, bro. We've been taught to operate off of emotions. That's it, man. Black History Month come around. All right, everybody, we're going to watch Roots. Bro, why am I watching Roots? Yeah. I'm a child. Why am I watching Roots? I'm going up in Baltimore City, East Side. Ain't nobody but black people around. Only time we see the white man, when we see the police anyway. Right. Now, mind you, I'm not racist. Right. Yeah. My mom ain't telling me racist. My grandma, we good. Ain't no problems. But now I go to school to finish Black History Month. Roots. I said, dang. Now watch him show you something else. Now watch it. I don't watch it already. So when my father came to get me, and had to move to the suburbs. I lie to you not. They teaching us differently. The way how we got taught in school in the hood, and how we got teaching in school in the suburbs is differently. Because I was in 8th grade. Now these kids are watching Roots. Shoot, we watch. I was in elementary school. Y'all late. Now this is suburbs. White kids, black kids get along. Interracial dating. Everybody's together. We watch Roots. We came out of class. Fights started happening. Black kids ain't like white kids no more. White kids ain't want to tolerate no stuff from black kids. Now it's a problem. We was friends at first. People breaking up now. Boyfriends and girlfriends don't like each other no more. People ain't spending at each other's house no more. I seen that happen. Oh, but you gotta teach the true history. That's not the true history. And the way how we seeing people lie to us, we gotta know that that's not the true history. Everybody didn't come over here on a slave ship.
Right.
My grandmama said we from here. My grandma Gertrude said we from here.
Yeah.
My mama said we from here. Everybody come on. Now they made us watch Roots. Now let's go back to when Kunta Kinte and his wife was arguing. They first met up with each other before they got married. He told her, you need to be a Mandinga. Kunta Kinte, I'm from Africa, you know what I'm saying? She said, I don't know about that Mandinga stuff, Africans, jumbo stuff you talking about.
Yeah.
I'm from America. He said, well, I'm African. She said, I'm American. My granddaddy and his daddy before was born here. American. And that's important because if we don't get that importance, then every time we see a Confederate flag, we'll think, oh, it's hate. It means they want us in racism. It means they're trying to make us slaves. When that flag is way more ancient than that. That flag was worn and rocked by our people. Why did they teach us something different in school? That should be illegal. Yo, we're the future, and you're raising us off of hate and race bait. That's not a bright future now, is it? Yo, we got politicians still singing slave songs in 2025. Who a slave? Yeah. What shall we overcome? The only thing we got to overcome is ourselves. Ain't nobody stopping you. Ain't no white devil stopping you. If you want, ain't no black devil stopping you. It's all you. Peace and blessings.
Hey, man. Wonderful interview, man. I let you talk, man. Get your story out. Help people just get through things, man, because your involvement as a man was very challenging. You ain't had no help. Every time you turn for help, you got denied. Every time you look for love, you got denied. Every time you just look for anything to evolve you, you just got denied.
All right.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I push my channel. It's why I called it Men Under Pressure, because we always constantly under pressure.
Right.
Life is pressure. Relationships is pressure. Becoming a man is pressure. And this is why I do what I do. Anybody want to talk, this is why I let you talk. I didn't interrupt you too much. Let you get your story out. Let you get your healing. And this is why I do this channel, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel better and I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, I feel better and I appreciate you. It's the first time I got to tell these stories. It's the first time I got to really get it out. I've been wanting to tell these stories because I know it's going to help other people.
Right.
Because I touched on a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. But prayerfully, I did that for a reason. I hopscotch for a reason.
Yeah. Because
there's so much that we all going through, yo.
Always.
And I just want you to know that there's a lot of people that's going through these things, bro.
Yeah.
But we got to start. One thing that's going to set us free is the truth.
The truth, yeah.
The first thing you got to do is tell the truth to yourself.
Yeah.
A woman by the name of Miss Robin, she stopped me. Miss Robin's a driving school teacher in Baltimore. She stopped me and she told me, hey, every morning you look yourself in the mirror and say a man creates his own condition.
Right.
She said, once you understand those words, you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Thank you again, man. Much love.
Man, for sure, man. And anybody want to talk, man, you know how to contact me. My YouTube, email, TikTok. Hit me up, man. Of course, Josh, appreciate you coming out, man.
Already. Yeah, TikTok, Show Love the Poet. Also, we got another TikTok, Black Conservative 75. Peace and blessings.